Well, a big good morning, ladies and gents, from a stunning autumnal morning here in St. James's Park. Now, I'm just saying hello again. Sinead here with Free Tours by Foot. We're on the hunt again. Another military change coming up, folks. We are headed to the Queen's Lifeguard change. Now, the Queen's Lifeguard consists of the mounted regiment of the Household Cavalry that are stationed here at Horse Guards Parade. So I want to walk you through the process, lesser known than the changing of the guard at Buckingham Palace, but no less ceremonious and amazingly royal and regal. Come join me and we will see the two senior regiments of the British Army, the Lifeguard Regiment and the Blues and Royals. Stay tuned, great tour coming up. So guys, what we're actually about to see right now is the Queen's Lifeguard change. Now the Queen's Lifeguard are provided by the Household Cavalry Mounted Regiment, which consists of 2 squadrons. These are the most senior regiments in the British Army. And the 2 squadrons are the Blues and Royals and the Lifeguards. So the idea behind this is they're taking over responsibility for guarding the entrance to St. James's and the royal estate, essentially, from this side. Now, the Household Cavalry Mounted Regiment consists of a squadron of the Lifeguards, who wear red tunics and white plumed helmets, and a squadron of the Blues and Royals, with blue tunics and red plumed helmets. Today, we will also see the ceremony of the guards relieving each other on the hour, and we will also see the 4 o'clock parade, also known as the Dismount Parade or Punishment Parade. So we have a lot to see today, ladies and gents, so let's get started. So we're right at the back of Whitehall, which is the corridor of power, and this is the easiest way to get to it. You can get to it from Charing Cross or Westminster Station. Now, this is where it usually takes place. And this area here is also where the Trooping the Colour and Beating Retreat takes place. Now, the Trooping the Colour, if you're not familiar with it, is the celebration of the Queen's birthday. So this takes place every day at 11 a.m. Now, the Mounted Regiment, with their immaculately groomed horses and their stunning uniforms glistening in the sun, are truly a sight to behold. The horses are Irish blacks, actually. They're bred in Ireland, especially for Her Majesty's service. So what's about to happen here is they're going to have their guard change. Now the soldiers, 2 soldiers will be in, 1 each, in the front, guarding the front entrance. The idea behind this is there's absolutely nobody, no car, no truck, no carriage allowed to come through the main entrance here. The only people that are exempt from that are the royal family. So this dates back to the 1660s, all the way back to King Charles II. And it's more of a visual experience. You might hear some singing and banging in the background. That's because the actual guard change of the foot soldiers, which attracts thousands and thousands of people, is taking place as we speak. So we have a video on the guard change, folks. Make sure you see that. But this is the Household Cavalry change. Both the Household Cavalry and the Mounted Cavalry. So we're going to get some amazing visuals, and people, even though this one is lesser known, people aren't aware that it takes place. Now, the only day it changes is that at 10 a.m. it's on a Sunday morning. So 11 a.m. every day except for 10 a.m. Sunday morning. So what happens is their barracks are situated right by Knightsbridge. So the soldiers, the mounted soldiers, usually come from this direction, and there will be the soldiers that are going on duty, the new guard. The old guard will be assembling here in just a couple of moments. Now, this beautiful building in front of you is Horse Guards building, and the Horse Guards building was also the former offices of the Duke of Wellington, the famous victor over Napoleon. So when the Trooping the Colour takes place, you see those little balconies, those windows are open, and members of the royal family are allowed to stand there and watch the ceremony. And it's where the troops perform here, and what they call Troop the Colour. It's a great honour Each regiment gets to troop the colour every year, and the Queen will arrive. It's in a major celebration. Now, this is also where Henry VIII used to joust, here on Horse Guards. Plenty of open play space. And it's also where the open beach volleyball, the ladies' beach volleyball event in the 2012 Olympic Games took place. But I want to get you up here because this is the perfect visual. So in just a moment, right inside these gates on the north side, excellent, the old guard, this is the part where a tour guide will be coming out and making their way, and they were going to situate right here on the left. So I just want to give you the best visual for this. Now, this is the lifeguard regiment on board the Irish Blacks, and the Immaculate. So this is the guard that's going to be relieved. They're going off duty. Today it's called a short guard because the Queen is not in residence. So when the new guard arrives now shortly, they will situate themselves. Oh, they have to form here, their formation. They will situate themselves on the other side. I certainly don't want to be on that side because the horses have just had their breakfast. You can get some very unpleasant smells in this area. Now, the Blues and Royals, this is the lifeguard regiment. The Blues and Royals will be on their way. And technically they change over every day at 11 a.m. The Blues and Royals are a little late today, and we are now going to fast forward to their arrival. And here they come. So the best position for this, you guys, is to be right here. So you always have to make sure that the police will clear you. So they're going to come right through here, and we're going to get an amazing visual. So they're getting ready to salute the Blues and Royals that are on their way in. So I'll talk you through it in just a second. We'll just wait until they come through. Aren't they beautiful in the distance, folks? I'm not going to zoom out. Well, I can for a minute, but you're going to get some great visuals in a minute because they're going to come right in front of us. So this is a great little free service. Now, trust me when I tell you. So I'm going to move back a bit because the police are going to get a bit antsy, which they always do. But you can't blame them. But there's plenty of room for them to come through. But look how magnificent they are. They're gleaming in the sun. Now, as previously mentioned, famous past Blues and Royals would have included Prince William and Prince Harry. The commanding chief officer of the Blues and Royals is the Princess Royal, actually, Princess Anne. And there are the Irish Blacks, who work tremendously hard, by the way. So they're going to salute each other now, so I'm going to turn you around again. They're acknowledging their comrades. Nice front. And this is technically it for the next half an hour or so. Okay, so the Corporal Major So what you're about to see now is the Corporal Major is going to bring a couple of soldiers in to relieve the old guard inside. We've got a horse's butt there in the middle of it, but there's nothing we can do about that.
Old guard! Hold! Hold! Old guard! Cannon! Hold! Cannon! Hold! Old guard! Hold! 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 Sit hard! Wait! Right back! First relay!
So you'll see them now falling back. There is one 2, 3, 4, 5 of them heading in to relieve the old guard of their duties. Then the old guard will return and join their regiment here on the south side. So they're heading in straight away to relieve the old guard, lifeguard regiment. Okay, you guys, so you will see the new guard is about to head off. So we're going to wait for maybe, I think, about 5 of their soldiers, their mounted soldiers, to come through House Guards, join the lifeguards and head off. So this is the perfect visual. Yeah, here they come. So these are about to join their further regiment, and they're heading back to their barracks. You'll see them coming through there. Obviously the mounted police. There we go. They're going to join, and they're going to be escorted by the mounted police back up the Mall to their barracks in Knightsbridge. One goes off duty and the other goes on. After a 24-hour shift. Well, technically, 10 to 4. However, there's always members of the Household Cavalry on duty inside the building. Their stables are in there too, but they're about to head off right now.
Hold good, steady! Hold good! Turn! You got this! You got it! Hold good! Carry! Hold good! Hold! Step just left! Left right well! Right march!
And here they go. This here is what takes place now. It's the new guard heading in on duty. Oh, he's a little giddy this morning. That's pretty impressive control. So we can follow them in now. And that is the beginning of the ceremony, ladies and gents. So free of charge, definitely worth your time. Come through here for 10:45, and I mean, you can head inside. I just want to show you where they're headed and what they're actually doing. So if you are enjoying the tour so far, go ahead and click that like and share button and help others discover this video. And for more virtual tours of London and beyond, consider subscribing to our channel. Be sure to visit our website to learn more about our in-person tours and London travel tips. We also offer live and virtual tours in cities throughout the world. You can help support this channel by donating through the thanks button or by buying your tour guide a pint or a cup of coffee. Links to do so are in the description below. Now back to the tour. Okay. Let's see if we're allowed in here this direction. This is them heading into their barracks to be on duty for the day. And the beauty of this is you can get right up close to you guys. There's no barriers, there's no railings, provided you stand behind the white lines. And he's heading in. Right, so what will happen now, they're going to relieve the sentries in the front of these boxes, and I want to take you there. That takes place every hour. So you have two chaps on foot here. Again, Household Cavalry. And their duty is to protect this main entrance. Obviously, I wouldn't get too close. I have heard them be quite argumentative with people. Usually the command is make way for the Queen's Guard if you step in their way. So we'll see here. I'm heading on duty. Now he'll be relieved in an hour's time, as will this member over here. So I want to show you where we're going. So where they are situated, let me show you here. So this is Whitehall. And this is why they're here. They are guarding the entrance to St. James's. And there's a chap there, proudly displaying his medal. There's one of the soldiers, presumably off duty in his camouflage. So these guys will stay in these boxes. They're sentries, rather, for an hour at a time. And if it's exceptionally cold weather, they do half an hour in the winter time, but that doesn't. Now, people are allowed to take their little pictures with these guys right beside them. However, always be careful because the soldiers are on duty, so respect them. I've seen some ridiculous stuff take place. I've seen people pulling at their boots, the reins of their horses, and they will get quite vocal. So even if a car slows down in front here, in front of this main entrance, the soldiers will draw their swords. I've seen it happen, where a car just stopped outside, and that is not something I would recommend anyone doing. I think the only one that's actually allowed to slow down in front of horse guards are tourist buses. So, they will be relieved now in about 15 minutes' time. That'll be another part of the ceremony. So stay tuned. There's nobody else here, which is amazing. He's heading in to be relieved. And here we go. Yeah, the broken white line, that's very important, folks, to be behind that one. And you'll see what he's doing here. He's opening up the boxes. We'll head back to this little mini ceremony. Now they're going to wait here. And they'll have a little dismount. And that's them, off duty. And the changeovers, that happens every hour, on the hour, up until 4. So this part of the ceremony involves the NCO, the non-commissioned officer, bringing the new sentries to post. The changeover of which takes place every 2 hours underneath that arch. You'll see them coming now. And Lord knows you better not be in their way. You will hear a huge scream, "Make way for the Queen's Guard." He's going to march with purpose towards us now in just a moment. And they're going to come right in front of us here. Without receiving our orders. And here they come. Let's get out of their way. And to head in after them for a minute. Through here again. My buddy knows exactly, I follow him, he knows exactly where they're going to be. He's done it so often. Bye, sweetie. And that is it for another hour. Okay guys, so we're fast forwarding through 4 hours. I am back in the courtyard of Horse Guards for the 4 o'clock dismount parade. Now it's also quite ironically known as the punishment parade. I'll explain that in a second. But the dismount parade is when the 2 sentries, the mounted sentries that have been on duty guarding the entrance to Buckingham Palace, will be relieved by the dismounted sentry, which you'll see in their posts right here. There's one chap and there's another over here. So the mounted sentries will head into their barracks right through, bring their horses into the stables, and protection of this area is taken over then by the dismounted sentries. So they will remain there until, I believe it's 7 o'clock, when those gates are closed. And then I have to check that. It's either 7 or 8 o'clock that those gates are closed, that they are responsible for the protection. And then you have one dismounted sentry stays on duty there till 7 a.m. in the morning when the gates are closed. So this is a formal ceremony, and it's about to start, which takes place. They will be inspected, and it's a great little free ceremony. Now, in 1894, Queen Victoria returned here apparently, and all her guards were drinking and gambling. And she was said to have been absolutely furious, and she insisted there was a guard inspection here every day at 4 o'clock. Gotta get out of this chap's way, or else I will be told very, very quickly to move. So when she returned, she insisted that every day this ceremony take place for 100 years. So technically this ceremony should have been over in 1994. However, the present Queen felt it was a huge part of British tradition, and we should keep the mounted parade every evening at 4 o'clock. And this happens daily here in the courtyard of Horse Guards. So it's just relieving of duty from mounted sentries to dismounted sentries. So this is a great way for kids as well. It's really exciting for them, the little ones. It's a perfect spot, so you just have to be behind this line here. I'll show you down there, right in front of me. He says this line, but I would go behind the broken line, because I know from experience one of the dismounted sentries now is going to walk around, and I certainly don't want to block him. Okay. And so they're about to be inspected now. I mean, amazing to think that this started with Queen Victoria in 1894. 100 years this is going. This guy means business, you guys. Checking his uniform and everything. No drinking or gambling today, ladies and gents. So I'll just show you while they're having that inspection. It's not a really big crowd here. It's quite nice and comfortable. You get to see all this right up close and personal without any interference. There you have it. And these. Let's hope everything's in order for them. Oh, he wants to say hello. All free, folks. 4 o'clock every day here in the courtyard of Horse Guards Parade. To get out of the way of this guy, he's going to start walking. Certainly don't want to be in his. Yeah. So on duty now, I apologise. Till the gates are closed at 8 o'clock. The dismounted sentries are responsible now for guarding the entrance to the palace. And then when the gates are closed at 8 o'clock, ooh, they better get out of the way. This guy's going to walk right through them in a minute. One chap will stay on duty till 7 in the morning. And that is the Dismounts Parade, or the Punishment Parade. Takes place daily at 4 o'clock. Just wait for this side. And there you have it, ladies and gents. Well, we've done the foot soldiers, and there you have the Household Cavalry Horse Guards. Change. Thanks for watching, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this little video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you know anyone that would be interested in these videos, please share them. Hope you enjoyed it. Sinead signing out from London. Thanks for watching, guys.